Hello everybody and welcome, it's your boy Logic and we're coming back with some Total War Warhammer 2 and today's episode we're going to carry on with our legendary quest battle series. And today's episode we're going to finish off Belegar Ironhammer. So in his second quest we have the Shield of Defiance. And here we're going to be fighting in the halls of Belegar's ancestors. So we have some allies here, which is Karak Azul, and we're going to be fighting up against the Urks, so we're going to be fighting up against the Greenskins. So it looks like we're going to have an allied force, and I imagine there'll be multiple forces from the Greenskins. So the Greenskins today, one of their armies is going to have a normal lord, 3 units of goblins, 3 units of Night Goblin Fanatics, 2 units of Orc Biggins, 3 units of Orc Boys, 4 units of Night Goblin Archers, 2 units of Orc Arrow Boys, and 2 units of Goblin Wolf Riders. So let's see what we got today. So today we're going to be having a Thane, 5 units of Dwarf Warriors, 2 units of Dwarf Warriors of Great Weapons, some Slayers, and more.
Yes, my kin, today is a great day. Today we kill Urks. Today is vengeance. Even now a throng from Karak Azul approaches the green filth from the rear. We are honoured to drink the orcs from the front. Let them face our might. Let them see what Darwy of the Angrun clan are made of.
Amazing. So here, let's have a little look at the cinematics here. So this looks amazing. We're in one of the ancient caverns here. It looks great. It looks exactly how you imagine ours. It has sort of greenskin, I don't know, sort of faces. These are like Gork and Mork faces, I think. So we're just going to hop into it here. We have 5 units of front line. We're probably going to let's see if we can get 4 across the front line here.
Let the vengeance begin!
So 4 across the front line is a little bit of a stretch, but we'll see what we can do here.
Dwarf warriors!
So we have the units here, units here. They don't need to be like right on top of each other, but they need to be spread out just a little bit. Just enough that nothing can get through the gaps.
Dwarf warriors!
Okay, let's see if we can squeeze out the forward just a little bit more. There we go. And then what we have here is we have 2 units of rangers with great weapons. So these are going to be good. If they do hop on, we do have the AP value, but also these missile strength, 45 missile strength with a good amount of AP value. So we want to be really throwing these up against the Biggins, really, because that's where the damage is going to come in from. But they have very short range, so we're going to throw them up in the front line, and if they do break through, we'll use them as a secondary line whilst we can reset.
Kill the oath splitters!
And then behind these we have some of my favourite units, which are Bugman Rangers. So what's so great about Bugman Rangers is they have Stalk. They're actually very fast with Dwarfs with 33 speed, but they also come with Liquid Fortification. So what this means is until their leadership breaks, they restore 4 hit points per second. Now these aren't undead models, so once a model is gone, it can't regenerate. So it has 80 models. If it goes down to 70 models, it can only regenerate up to 70 models value of health. It can't go over that, and it can't resurrect models. So once a model is gone, it cannot come back. So it's about protecting these guys as much as possible and getting as much value as we can. Because even if they take damage, which is possible, so they're going to take damage from the range coming through here. If they do take damage, it's about making sure they have the opportunity to heal. So we need to hold them at the front line for as long as possible, because they're going to be our only regenerating units. And they also come with some armor and a bronze shield. So it looks like we also have some Dwarf Warriors of Great Weapons, 2 units of them. And we also have a spare unit of Dwarf Warriors. But we also have a lot here. So we have 3 units of Bolt Throwers, a Grudge Thrower, and an Organ Gun. So I think what we're going to want to do here is throw the Organ Gun in the middle, right at the top, because the others have very good arc of fire. So we'll have the Grudge Thrower at the bottom, as that has a good arc of fire. And we'll also probably move the Bolt Thrower forward here in between the 2. Have them nice and spread out. Let's get these guys out of the way first before we decide what to do with them.
For the High King.
Yeah, we need to have these guys set up correctly, because ideally we don't want them hopping into all of our artillery, and it would seem that there's lots of room here behind to flank. And for those that saw my legendary campaign with Belegar, you'll know that I've done this battle before. unfortunately. So I do know what to expect, and we do get flanked by quite a few models. So we just need to make sure that we're prepared for that. So we're going to need to have at least 3 models at the back here. At least 3. Probably going to want some great weapons, because they're probably going to get flanked by trolls, probably going to get flanked by maybe some really fast units, maybe some goblin riders or something like that, spider riders or something. It could be a number of things.
The ancestors watch.
So I have the Thane at the back, I'll have Belegar, maybe you have the Thane at the front. Yes, put the Thane at the front. He's going to be coming with Foe Seeker, and Belegar is going to be coming with Rally and Revenge Incarnate. We also have a spare unit of Dwarf Warriors here, so where we put these, I think we probably put these in the middle, just like so. And then these can filter in between the front and the back line. So we only have 3 units protecting 5 lots of bolt throwers. Don't know how happy I am about that, but we have a very limited number of front line, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units of range. We also have a normal unit of Quarrelers. Now the difference with the Quarrelers over the Bugman Rangers is the Quarrelers do have 80 armor. They have the same amount of range. I think the ammunition is a little bit more as well, yeah, but the missile strength is spot on the same. I don't think the Bubble Rangers come with too much more. They have charge versus large, Vanguard deployment, immune to psychology, which is really good as well, and stalk. Immune to psychology and stalk for me is very good. If you're if you want to invest into units, you know, for example, if you're coming up against armies that don't have much armor and you can spare less and not pay for Thunderers, Koras are good choices, and so if you want to go a little bit more elite, so Bugman Rangers. Right, so let's hop into this and let's see what happens.
War machine ready!
Right, so we probably want to try and shoot their archer units. We really don't want their archer units getting onto ours. We want our front line to take most of the punch from the from their front line. They're going to send half towards our allies here and half towards us. We won't see some of their range line come in. So the artillery here is struggling. I forgot to stick them more on defensive mode. That's a rookie mistake there from me. That's okay, we'll get that sorted. Right, so we'll grab our front line here, and we're just going to move them just forward just a little bit.
Descendant of Lord! Understood! Dwarf warriors! Ready to fight!
Right, so we're now going to focus our range onto their lords.
Like the vengeance! Begin!
We'll also stick Belegar and our Thane onto him, just to make sure that he goes down. I really don't want to have to deal with this guy. We're going to get these thrown axes in as well. They're really going to do some nice, tasty damage here.
For the ancestor gods! Fire on the earth! Let the vengeance begin!
Right, so we've already been flanked. I didn't see that, as we don't have a... we have another unit coming in here, so we need to go over here and deal with this. We have extra units coming through, so what we actually have to do is drop our Dwarf Warriors back as well.
Move! Hey! Well guard it! Dwarf Warriors!
So let's meet the Orc Boys up. So those biggins are dying there, so let's go help the Orc Boys here, help fight the Orc Boys here.
Fight! True king!
Right, let's drop some abilities in, let's really boost everything around us. We really need to shoot into their range line as well. Shoot in behind against what we're struggling against. Let's shoot against the Orc Boys here, we're really struggling over here. Let's get some nice big shooting on here. They're coming onto our artillery pieces. We really don't want that.
Down! Bring the Urks! Anu! Dwarfs! Ready axes! Axes out, lads!
So we seem to have won here quite comfortably, so let's focus all of our range on the back line.
Attack the Urks!
Right, let's pull these guys back.
Dwarf warriors! Dwarves! Ready axes!
And let's get our Thane back in the back line here. So there seems to be another line coming over here as well. So actually, let's keep our Thane forward a little bit and fighting up against these here. We're We have the Thane pushing through onto them, and we have Belegar drop back for a bit of a leadership, actually.
Yes, Thane.
Let's drop our archer line back as well. We are really struggling here with some of the Dwarf Warriors. Are great weapons. They got smashed apart by the trolls, which is expected. It's expected. That's kind of their design. So we have more coming through here with the Orc Arrow boys as well. So we're going to come through and use Belegar, and we're going to drop here plus 16 leadership with Rally. That should hopefully keep these guys fighting longer. And there we go. Okay, so we seem to be pushing these guys off the battlefield, which is good. We'll just keep these guys charging and keep them off the battlefield. Shoot the Orc boys coming through. Alright, so now they've run out of ammunition, we'll keep them firing. We kept our line pretty healthy. We pushed off what we needed to. Just make sure we get our front line pushing everything off. So the good thing about trolls here for them is that they're relatively fast. I think stone trolls heal. Maybe all trolls heal, I'm not particularly sure. But they have very low leadership. But they have good AP value and they're good against infantry. But for us, they're very easy to rout. And there we go, there's a shatter, a break, and I think a win. Oh, there seems to be more forces coming in. So let's get our artillery firing again on these guys. Helping out our allies here. Who's the Lord we're with today? Skulf Whitebeard. I don't know that name. So we got our artillery firing again. We can't really reach too much, but I'm not expecting too much more to come from behind. There might be a few more units. I don't know where our slayers have gone. We must have lost. We've lost our slayers, but that's okay.
For the ancestors.
Right, we've got our fast-moving range going forward. Everything looks to be pretty much broken here, actually.
Walls to me.
Our artillery's done lots of damage here. Should break and shatter these. We just had these units left here. These have shattered. Leadership should really take a hit soon.
For the ancestors. I vengeance.
So we're pushing up here. We only have range on these guys as well. They're also relatively fast, which is quite good. So that's a good thing about the Ranger variant. So you can also get normal Rangers here, which are a little bit cheaper than the Quarrelers. They're generally faster, less armor. But that's the trade-off, right? They're faster, but they just have less armor, so they're more susceptible to being damaged. But they also have things like Vanguard deployment, so you can do a bit more of a rush build with Dwarfs. So we're just going to pop Foseeker here. Really just try and chew through these Orc boys, everything we got. What have we got here? So we've got some Dwarf Warriors here. Some Thunderers here chasing off. I'm not sure what they're chasing off. I'm not sure where they're going, actually. But we also got some Night Goblin Squig Hoppers here. Let's get Belegar in. The only problem with the Dwarfs is obviously they're a bit slow. And looks like we have some Goblin Wolf Riders here. There's nothing more to be said or done. It just needs to move forward and finish these guys off. They seem to have targeted our allies here.
Kill Urks!
I think once we do a bit of damage to these units here and surround these units, they should get shattered and broken quite quickly. Let's get in here for some close stuff. With the Thane going in. I really like Thanes, by the way. They also have a ring that also increases fire damage as well. So if you have the Dragonfire Pass unit, which is the our Dwarf Warrior unit, also increases fire damage around them as well, which is really nice. That's always a good multiplayer pick for me. I do like that personally myself. And there we go. There's the shatter and break for the whole army. So really nice here. I really like this battle because you've got a bunch of different units that you wouldn't normally see or use, which is just normal Rangers with great weapons. You don't normally see that in a campaign sort of scenario. I really like the ROR Rangers. They have an ability which is, they're called Ulthuan Raiders, and they have an Ulthra ability that basically drops, I think it's 30 armor, melee defense, and 22% range reduction in resistance. So like, you know, you can drop it on a big entity and it has negative range resistance, and you can just absolutely slam it with Rangers, the Dwarfs, which is really nice. let's jump into here and see how some of our units performed. So the Grudge Strider coming in with 11,500 damage, Organ Gun doing 16k, doing very well there, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. I'm not a big fan of the bolt throwers. They're okay. They're not my favourite artillery piece for sure. But here we go. Here we're seeing the Rangers with great weapons. If they have the opportunity to shoot, they're getting 13,000 and 12,000 there. Bugman Rangers getting loads of value as well. And look, these guys are going to get more value than this, because they've also got full health. I mean, yes, they can go into combat and do more damage, but they're still getting tons of value. 10,000, 12,000, 12,500. Great value there from these guys. Didn't really have to use Belegar, or didn't really have to use the Thane too much either. So the backline held really well, and the Slayers fought to the last model, getting 8,500 up against those trolls, I think. So yeah, there was the battle, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a big thumbs up, and maybe drop a comment about why you enjoyed it and what you'd like to see next. Other than that, guys, please subscribe. It really helps the channel, grow, and also make sure that you guys see every single video that comes out and when it comes out. Other than that, guys, have a great week. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the video.